Hey Joy family, welcome back to another video. My name is Ruth. If you're new here, I go by the name Rujoy, and on this channel we're all about leveling up. If you're returning, thank you for coming back again. I hope this helps you. Today we'll be speaking about 5 things I am doing to become a better version of myself. In fact, to become the best version of myself this year. Guys, I'm always here for improvement, for self-development. I think this journey called life is for constant training, constant renewal of the mind. But I just think like these are the 5 things I've found that I still want to keep close in my heart for me to get better at, and I think perhaps maybe this could help you as well to also be on that journey and become the best version of yourself. Guys, this video, I'm not gonna lie, is less to do with what you're gonna look like and what you're gonna change to make yourself glow up, but more to do with the internal and the mindset. So I really want it to be short and sweet, so let's go. Please make sure you like, comment and subscribe, join us, and yes, let's get straight into it. So the first thing that I'm working on for me to be the best version of myself this year is my thought life. Now, thoughts are so interesting because I didn't realize that not all thoughts come from God. Some thoughts actually come from the enemy, and a lot of us are held back because we get thoughts every day, day in, day out, and we don't know how to distinguish which one is the voice of God and which one is the enemy versus which one is just your own thoughts. We tend to go in a spiral, in a circular motion when it comes to our thoughts, deeper and deeper, pondering about the same thing. And I find myself that when this happens, especially when I've encountered somebody or somebody has gotten under my skin or something is really heavy on my heart, I tend to think and overthink about that thing. And this year, I don't have the energy for that no more. I am taking the thought and I'm dissecting it. Like, what is it about this thought that is triggering me? What is it about this thought? Can I see it in a more optimistic way? And my good sis did a lovely video on this about thoughts and your thought life, and I'm going to link it down below, or maybe if she permits, I will put it here. But essentially, you have to protect the mind and distinguish what thought is actually from God and what thought is not. I need to stop being emotional about these kind of things, and if somebody offends me, it is what it is. Brush it and move on. And with that being said, my thought life is something I definitely am or constantly working on and will be this year, so that I can just for once, you know, be at ease. It's not everything that I think is the truth, or it's not everything that I think has actually happened. You know, sometimes things influence us to think a certain way, and funnily enough, it may not just be that case. Like, somebody could reveal new information to you, a wise person will change their thought about it, you know. Number 2, which I just have to keep working at, is actually a constant thing to keep working on, is humility. I just think it's so important, and not by circumstance, okay, but by choice, is to be humble by choice, not by circumstance. And it's funny because growing up, I always had to be humble because of the circumstances, because of the situation, whether it's growing up in a single parent household or not being able to have the things that I want and love, or, you know, just having to deal with people kindly because I had no other choice to. But I'm talking about the humility where even faced with an option to just show yourself show agidi, you choose to be humble. Yeah, what I mean by that is like if you're presented with an opportunity to, you know, blast somebody because or maybe even just put them in their place, is finding the ingratia, the self-control to choose humility. And it's not easy. When faced with it, you have to really think and analyze the situation. But by the grace of God, I am going to be humble by choice and not just because of the circumstance, you know. And I found that when I've seen people that are not humble about certain things, I just think, bruh, I pray that life doesn't teach you before you become humble, you know. Don't let life teach you to be humble, you know. Be humble already so that it doesn't have to do that. And that's a true lesson I'm really learning, is to, you know, be humble, because things can change. Like you may be high today, tomorrow you may not be. You may be low today, tomorrow you may not be low. So it's just having the self-awareness to be humble. And yeah, also check others if you feel like they're not being so humble, you know. I think you know, that's a good yeah, place, mindset to be at, and that's something I'm working on. So yeah, the third thing that I am working on to become my best self this year is ignoring the naysayers, the jealousy, the envy. I've had enough. I've had enough. And you know what? It's because I care too much. That's the truth. I care too much. And right now, I cannot care. I cannot come and care. I cannot come and care what people have to say about this, about that. I beg, I'm in my lane, no, I'm in God's lane, and I must stay there. So this year, to be my best self. It's a must. It's a must. I'm working on ignoring the naysayers, the people that maybe don't want to support you. Kilo call me, what's my own? Maybe the people that you realize that, hold on, they just always have something negative to say. It's just their nature. Kilo call me, what's my own? The people that maybe secretly don't want you to elevate, although it's in your plan, is in God's plan for you. Kilo call me. That's all I can keep on saying. Like, what's my own? What's my own? I face my front. And it's something that I feel like everybody that is destined for something better has to just learn to ignore and press on despite what people say. And it's funny because I don't know when people became so entitled to your life. I guess it's because of social media and these things. They feel like they know you. But I beg, if I haven't spoken to you in like 2 years or even more, you actually have, I cannot like speak on a one-to-one level. Like, we cannot speak, like we actually cannot communicate, because you don't really know me. Like, you actually don't really know me, if I'm really being honest. Entitlements, I feel people need to dial back a bit. I guess you feel like you know my life because, you know, I show it online and things like that, but you don't really. So yeah, there's that. But anyway, I'm not trying to get at that. What I'm trying to get at is, please ignore them. In order to live your best life, you have to just ignore and do your thing anyway. Like, regardless, people say something. Abi, it's those who do, and there's those who watch people do. So at the end of the day, you pick a side. You pick a side. Fourth thing which I'm doing to be my best self, and I cannot wait, okay, is to continue gymming, continue living a healthy lifestyle, and continue to finally reach my gym goal, my body weight goal. Guys, in this life, I must finally reach my weight goal. I must, because how is it taking me so long? Like, 26 years of age and I'm not happy with my weight. What's going on? What's going on? So guys, it's happening this year by fire, by force. It's happening and I'm claiming it with every breath. I'm claiming it with every might. Once in my life, I will reach my weight goals. And I do love like going to the gym, not even just the gym, but sports. I'm really loving steps at the moment. I'm really loving like Zumba, just being active, you know. And guys, when you work out, it just helps your mind. It really does help your mind as well. So that's definitely one thing I am doing to be the best version of myself, because yeah, man, health is wealth at the end of the day, and I'm really taking that seriously. There's some things you don't have to wait to find out. You can learn from those people around you. Those who keep their good health within my family live a long, healthy life. So I'm taking on board what my eyes are showing me, and I'm implementing that into my life. Now, if you're similar, if you know in your family, it's a generational thing, people just love sweet things. People just love to eat. It's time to acknowledge it, start working on it so that it doesn't come to bite you. Yeah, just a healthy lifestyle, implementing activities, a good food routine. Yeah, it's just gonna help with the mindset, make you feel better, look better, and be better. Yeah. The last thing that I am definitely fervently doing to become my best self this year is fervently praying, guys. Prayer is gonna change things for you. You know, reading the word, it deals with your inside, but prayer is what's going to deal with the outside things. Those things that seem to be stubborn and not moving. It's because you need to pray, sis. Okay. And anyway, I'm fervently praying. I'm sticking to my custom prayer. I don't care what the day looks like, I'm praying, okay, because things need to move. You know, when you've had enough, that is like, God, is rather today, not today. Today, not today. And now I'm not one to rush God, but I'm going to walk in my power. I'm going to walk in the authority because Christ lives in me, okay? And he died for me. Therefore, this thing is moving forward for me. Truly, when you're in a place in life where you're just like, the change is required right now, like, you're gonna pray. And anyway, prayer is necessary, man. Prayer is so necessary, and I always talk about it, but listen, prayer has changed my life. If not for prayer, there's certain things I don't think I would have received yet to date, and it's because I did not pray that it's taking long for some things to come now. So the importance of prayer, consistent prayer, is so key, man. And I've seen it transform my life. I've seen it transform those around me. And yeah, prayer is necessary. So yeah, these are the five things I am doing to become the best version of myself. Because this life will try to humble you, but you humble it. Sometimes you have to humble it and say, peace, be still, be still. And yeah, God is good regardless. We're living our best life regardless. So yes, guys, that concludes the video. Thank you so much for watching. Comment below, share what you're working on to become your best selves. And yeah, I will see you in my next one. Peace.